Hi, this is Duncan from Tech Digest and Shiny, and I'm here today with the Nokia 6220 Classic. It's a new phone from Nokia. It's, as you can see, it's a candy bar. It's very nice looking. It's got a lovely lens cover on the back, and the keypad all glows blue when you press the buttons and stuff like that. In terms of buttons, it's got all your regular front ones. You've got camera one on the side there. You've got the volume and zoom button just there. You've got obviously the power button on the top, and then over here you've got a GPS maps button, but I'll come to that in a minute. As this is a classic phone, it doesn't come with a lot of storage on board. Just 120 megabytes is free when you first get the phone. But it does have the SD card that you can expand to an extra 8 gigabytes. The user interface on it is really nice. It's very smooth, it's very fast, it's the latest version of the user interface. You can even see what applications are running at the same time and switch between them, so you can multitask on your phone, which is really nice. The MP3 player on it is reasonably good. It sadly doesn't have the 3.5-inch jack that that we're starting to see phones come equipped with these days. But it does have an FM radio on board, which sort of brings things up a bit. The camera is really nice, actually. It's a 5 megapixel camera, which is, considering this is a classic phone, one of the Nokia classic models, it's really impressive, I think. Obviously, it's got front camera as well for video calling. It's got the aforementioned lens cover, which is really nice if you don't want your lens getting dusty in your pocket or whatever. And it takes video, which is something that certain other phones don't do. The phone, also has plenty of integration with online services. You can hook this up and integrate it with your Flickr account, with your Vox account, with your Ovi account if you use any of those services. And it's nice to be able to browse like your friends on Flickr's photos when you're on the move on the bus, for example, or whatever, and share with them your photos that you're taking at the same time. Going back to what I was saying about the GPS, now this phone, again, it's a classic phone, but it's got GPS on it, which I think is great. It's really good GPS as well, compared to the GPS on my main phone, which is my Nokia N95. I find that takes ages to get a signal, and the place where it thinks you are moves around quite a lot. But I found it was very quick to get signal on this, and I was even getting some signal when I was inside at some points, which was really great for GPS. It also comes with 3 months free turn-by-turn navigation on this, so you can even use it as a sat-nav, which is brilliant, I think. After those 3 months are up, obviously you have to pay some more, but you can pay for that by the month, so it's not too bad a deal. But yeah, pretty much my conclusion on this is that it's much better than it should be for a classic model. And what I wanted to do is compare it directly with my N95, and do a bit of a head-to-head battle and see which one wins out. We'll start with the memory. The N95, obviously, because it's more of a multimedia phone, it's got 4 gigabytes on board, or 8 gigabytes if you've got the 8 gigabyte model. The N96 coming up soon is going to have 16 gigabytes, whereas this obviously only has 120 megabytes on board. So N95 wins that one. User interface, this is much nicer. It's smooth, it's sleek, it's fast. When you're using the camera on it, it does a very nice swooshy turning thing that's almost iPhone worthy. So the 6220 definitely wins out in the UI category. The camera, they're pretty much equal. The N95, the normal N95 comes with a lens cover, even though the 8 gigabyte one doesn't, and so does this, and that would be the only differentiating factor I could pull out. The 6220 beats the 8 gigabyte one. But other than that, it's pretty much a draw. Music-wise, the N95 wins just because it has that 3.5-inch headphone jack. All the other features are identical. In terms of the mapping, the 6220 wins because its GPS is better and it's more accurate. But the one thing that the 6220 doesn't have in terms of connectivity is Wi-Fi. It's got everything else. It's got your 3.5G, it's got your Bluetooth, it's got everything. It doesn't have Wi-Fi. So That's one thing to consider if you're thinking about getting it, if you want to use it on Wi-Fi networks. But pretty much, this is a really, really great phone considering it's a classic model. I'm really, really impressed.